I want to welcome Ed with Cueper, right? Is that right? Enterprises LLC. Ed's the founder and CEO, and he has got some great things to share with us. So welcome, Ed.
Give me that point. It's okay.
No, he's got a hat. He's got one.
It's okay. So, thanks God, first of all, for giving me this opportunity. And thanks the 1 Million Cup community for having me here and providing me with the chance to show you how we create this platform. So I heard from you, right, that you are in the car dealership business, right? This is something that you might be interested because it will help to transport your vehicle in a smoothly way. So starting for me, it's something about, I'm from Dominican Republic, and I came to this country in 2017 with a dream, as all the immigrants that come to this country, to develop something big, to show the country that we can do something for this huge community. And then when I was only 11 years old, I created a business, car dealership, car detailing service. And I was washing cars because I love the way that I earn money by myself. I never asked to my family, to my father, to my mother for money. And I was struck because I never have the opportunity to request something to anybody. So that's why I figured it out. I gotta work on myself. And then I came to this country in 2017 with an idea, but I started driving a cab. When I start driving a cab, I find out that there's a huge thing to do in this country. One of them was I was working for a private company doing private transportation. It wasn't like an Uber. It was they call me, and then they request a service, and I was doing delivery service, door-to-door service. And then after 6 months, I said, this is something that is not really difficult to do. And I created a company. I created a taxi cab company. But I did that thing with a partner together. And then, because he was driving a cab for 7 years, and I thought he has more experience than me. And when I request some help to him, he relies on me. And then I wasn't able to do anything because I didn't know how come I'm going to continue because of the financial things, and how come I can get money from financial institution. So that's why I decided to close the company. And then I went through some job opportunities, looking for my expertise is IT computer system. I've been on the IT computer for more than 13 years. And I was able to get a job in a bank in Manhattan, downtown. I was working for 4 years in the National Bank of Egypt for 4 years. But in 2021, we got a pandemic. And then I was working from home. And because I love cars, I started looking in my free time, I started looking for a dealership and auctions. And I created an account from Cueper, from ACV, from IAA. And then I started my business with them. When I found the lack and the weakness, every time that I wanted to buy a vehicle, I was trying to bring the vehicle from different states, from South Carolina, Boston, or Florida, something like that. I was having difficulties getting the vehicle in and put it back and send it to me. And then I was, what if I create something that people, they, download a mobile app and request a service without the middleman? And then that's why I start with Cueper. So I create Cueper because of the weakness of the service. I start Cueper because of the situation most of the people that right now they are using insurance company to call service when they are stranded on the road and they don't know how to deal with that thing. Because if you're stranded on the road right now and then they pick up your vehicle, but what if they don't have the ability to put you in their truck because of the insurance policy don't allow that they put customer inside the truck. So you gotta be here waiting for who? Waiting for a member of your family to pick you up or something like that. And then we create that thing. And then you can also request a service for you when they pick up your vehicle. And then you can request a private transportation for you when you are stranded on the road. So that's why we create that thing. You don't need a membership because most of the time you have to pay for a membership to request a service, a towing service. With us, you don't need to select a membership plan if you don't need it, because that's our tagline, pay it when you need it. So these are our major problems right now. Hours of delay requesting assistance leading to frustration and unsafe condition. Availability of provider can be inconsistent based on the location. This is the other problem that you have. For example, if you are going right now from Florida to Washington, and then you got a problem on the way, and then when you call your insurance provider, they said, where you at right now? With us, you don't need to ask where you at, because once you open the app and create an account, we take your current location, and then you can request assistance. This is, to be more specific, this is something like Uber, but for towing. We call this the Uber towing, but this is Cueper, okay? So when you call them, they said you are out of the range of the coverage. What's next? You gotta pay additional fees even though you are paying for a service. You gotta pay them because they're not responsible of the extra coverage from the service provider. So that was one of the major problems. The other one is customers struggle with a poor support and automated call system. We have chat integration where you can discuss all the things over the app. You don't need to make a phone call again. So lack of the real-time tracking makes it hard. And you can know when your driver is coming, because most of the time when you request any assistance, they say, I sent you already the truck, and then how come you will know if they coming or not? And then it takes ever you get the service, you get the rescue forever. So many roadside assistance network lack on the coverage. I mentioned that thing. And then from this, we have more, but we don't have time for that thing right now. So these are the three most important things that we are providing you when you download our mobile app. Instant assistance. You don't need the phone calls. You don't need middlemen. Just tap and go. Say goodbye to long times and call over the phone. Second one, you can track once you request a service, you will have the ability to see where is driver at, and then you can even contact him directly over the phone or using our chat platform. And the third one, expanding the service provider. So once you request a service, wherever you are right now, if you are in New York and you need a service, you need a towing, you need a roadside assistant, any towing provider can help you because you are a member of our platform. You don't need to be attached to any insurance. And the other one that I just learned from you, because we just learned something last week. I didn't know that even though you're not involved in an accident, if you request something like a flat tire, gas refill, or something like that, they push you on the list. And then once 6 months period is end, you will get another monthly payment because you request a service. It's not related to an accident. Or they're gonna increase my quote because I had an accident and I got involved with nothing. Anything that you request to your insurance service provider. They're gonna push you on the list because you request any assistance. And who pay for that thing? They gotta pay the service provider who went to you to provide you with that service, and then they're gonna get that money from you next time you renew your quote. So if you have money in your pocket and you know that flat tire will be causing you a problem, you gotta make sure that your vehicle is in good condition. You gotta check your tire before you get something on the road. And then it's gonna be more cheaper replace that tire than you call the insurance to send you a service provider to cover that thing. Because once you request then the service, if you are paying right now $250 a month, once you request that thing next cycle of the insurance, you will be paying $300 a month. And then one tire probably costs you $150 or something like that once. So think about it. Not every time you gotta call the insurance company for anything that happen to your vehicles. So we are introducing our company is a roadside assistant and towing platform, and we are adding another service that will be a mobility service, transportation service for those stranded on the road. About us, we are a tech company based on solving problems. We are a tech company that I would love the way that I got involved in problems. Most of you, it's not about the fist problem or fighting or something like that. I love problems because of problems you can get availability to solve the opportunity. You create the opportunity. Opportunity doesn't exist. You create the opportunity based on a problem that you see or you are facing based on you. And then we connect drivers and customers. We are the middleman, but you don't need to call us. You do business using our platform. I mean, you request service using our platform. So we found our company in 2022, but we launched our company last year on December 12th, 2024. But I started writing all the ideas and stuff like that on paper because writing is the key. If you don't write anything, you are lost. So we create that thing with the main purpose to solve the weakness and the problems for the towing service. What we can do, you already know what we can do. We can provide customer service requests on time. This is our on-demand platform for customer. And we are, on the roadside assistant, trying to be the number one option for customer when they need it the most. Why choose Cueper? You already know why choose us. Help in minutes. So once you open the app and then you put the destination, where you're going, you will get price and service right away. Trust network. Once a customer create an account and then they need the service, before we approve any service provider, we gotta make sure that they comply with background checks, insurance company, that because sometimes they probably have an issue with your vehicle. And then if something happened to your vehicle and they don't have a good coverage, who will pay for that thing? So that's why we do all the compliance with them before we approve them to offer you service. How the Cueper app works. This is something easy, like if you prepare a cup of coffee today, every day in the morning. So you create an account. We need only username, your name, state, and the email and phone number. And then you open the app, you put the location where you're going to. You can track, once you request a service, you can track the arrival time, and then you can help and pay securely. You don't need cash. Because here is the thing. Sometimes you call your insurance company, and then they said, your service is coverage. But what if you go, again, out of the range of the service that you are paying for. If you're going 100 miles and then you gotta pay 150, but you are covered only 50 miles. And then when the driver dropped your vehicle and they said, oh, you gotta pay 150 right now, and then you are only $20 in your pocket, what you going to do if you don't have any ATM close to you? So you are now having a headache with that thing. So that's why the only thing that you need to put in our account is gonna be your credit card, and then we can take your money from your credit card. You don't need cash to deal with service anymore. So what is next for Cueper? Right now, we launched our mobile app and our website. If you are in front of the computer, you can request the service right from the computer. If you are on the road, you can request a service from the app. It's available right now for Android and iOS. Make our first 10 customers. We already did it. Integrate more banking auction payment. We already did it. We have available payment from PayPal, credit card directly, Stripe, using 3 different platforms for you. We have a wallet. So if you are the person who loves put some money in the apps to have the money right away, because sometimes credit card fails. And then you don't know after time if you need it and you're gonna use that credit card, you have any issue. So if you put money right away in the app, in the wallet, you don't have that issue if you have that problem. So the new mobility auction, transportation, private transportation for you is in process, but it's almost done. And then new growth opportunity for service provider. Because once we have more service provider, you have more coverage if you have any issue nationwide or locally for service. And the new design that we are working on to be more specific and to do less process for you guys. This is some of the reviews that customers are providing right now based on the service that they request. And I'm gonna finish with this quote, because getting back on the road shouldn't take forever. I heard a story from a service provider that 4 years ago, they request an elder person request a service at 11 p.m. in Jacksonville. And she was waiting in the car for 36 hours for that service. Elder person with 73 years. She was sleeping in the car, and then she received the help in that time. So for now, this is our team, because we just started. This guy is here. This is our IT manager, and this is our financial manager to be offering service in our company. And we have a developer who manage this lady, who manage 2 developers that we have right now, and we are increasing our team. We would love to hear from you, because you guys, this is the first time that you guys are watching this platform. We would love to hear from you. You can go to our website, or you can scan our QR code. I forgot to put it over there. You can scan our QR code from here, or you can go directly to cueper.com and take a look. Take a look to our website, or send us an email directly, and we can take your reviews and advice and stuff. And we can, because we are from you guys. We create the service from you for you. Because before I create that thing, I ask you, what if I create a platform where you can get service right away? And they say, oh, sounds good. And then I start to develop our business based on you and your requirements. So for now, I'm done, and I'm from you right now to be able to answer your question and stuff. Thank you.
So Roger,
I have a question. How are you, you said you're vetting the tow truck drivers. Are you showing, are you also checking if they're bonded as well to perform? And also, how many tow truck drivers do you have?
Right now, based on the tow truck that we have in our platform, this is private information.
Okay.
But before, again, so we have a department, service insurance department, that they can check once they apply for that thing. Unfortunately, right now, I don't have it here to answer that question, but it's available. The thing we can cover, that thing based on your question.
So I just downloaded the app here and I'm creating an account. There's a referral code. Do we have any referral
Yeah.
codes that you can give us today?
Yes. So once you create an account, you can earn up to 15 gift card coupon. If you create an account right now, it's for free, and then it goes directly to your wallet. So once you create an account, you can send me an email, and then with your username, with your user ID, you can find it in your profile, and then we will be sharing you the gift card reward.
Hey, Ed, beautiful presentation. Congratulations with the deployment.
Thank you.
My question regarding the presentation is, I didn't see the competitors. If you have them, do you want to tell us more about that? And the second one is, what is your go-to-market strategy?
Okay. Based on your first question, right now we don't have competitors because right now AAA is the one of the number one company who is providing you with the service. The second one is based on Allstate, but they don't offer delivery service. They don't offer you real-time tracking. They don't offer, and you gotta call them, and you gotta pay for a membership to receive the service. And the other one, the strategy, I'm here to be open if you have some strategy or something like that to continue develop our service. Because right now I can mention all the things, but I have it on paper. And if you are able to meet with me, and then I can share to you how we can manage for the next 5 years our business.
So you do have competition. Everybody has competition, okay? And yes, AAA, I've been using AAA since early 1990s, and yes, they do transport and whatnot. But my question is this. You're going to compete against them. You're going to compete against a lot of people. But what I didn't hear, all I heard was about the product, features and benefits. I'm not buying features and benefits. I'm buying, is it saving me time? Is it saving me money? Is it making my life better? So and you touched on that a little bit, but I didn't hear like anything that made me warm and fuzzy. So what is your target, for example? So you should know what the average response time for AAA is. And so you should be able to say our response time is targeted to be 20% better than that, right?
Yeah.
So, but do you have any numbers? Do you have any targets? Do you have any goals in that regard for time and cost savings?
Yeah, okay, good question. So the time right now, again, you can have the quote right away. You can have the service right away. Right now, if you request any kind of service, because we are short of driver, because we just opened last year, probably it's around 20 minutes based on the driver and the location. But once you request a service, you have the quote right away and the answer right away, because you can, a driver can take the service once they receive it on the phone. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, for example, if you are going to the airport and then you are driving alone and you have a car unexpected breakdown on your vehicle, and then what is going to be happen to you? You're going back home to drop off your vehicle and then continue to the airport? Or what if we have an auction once you request a service, who will be picking up your vehicle? Once you put the contact person, when the driver take the vehicle, go back home, you can continue to the airport because you trust a person over the app, and then you can put, once the driver get in the location, before drop the location, you need to confirm that you are the person who will be receiving the service. And then once they done, you can hit the service. So there's nothing who can continue with the thing that you are doing because of that feature that we have.
So I just wanted to kind of double click on the marketplace and understand the business model. So let's just say I break down and your app is going to contact a tow truck for me.
Yeah.
At the same time, there could be another person coming in to pick me up, to take me back home, take me wherever. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So is that business model saying that any of us in this room could be the person to pick you up? Because you said the Uber of tow truck and roadside assistance. So that's kind of like the first question. And then a second question, are you leveraging any other platforms, like say Thumbtack, where you can kind of connect to those type of service providers?
Okay. The first one is the opportunity. We have 3 ways that you can become a driver, service provider, or transportator. So if you have a tow truck, you can become a member. If you have a regular vehicle, you can transport or provide roadside assistance. If you have the ability only to provide transportation service, you can do it. So if you are right now available and you want to provide service with us, you can apply. And then we can do all the aspects related to the background check and compliance, and then you can be one of our partners and provide service to our customer. Yes, the question is yes. And the second one, it is we are open to work with any other companies. Right now, we are working only with us. So once driver create an account and customer create an account, they are this is a DTC service, direct to customer service. We don't leverage on any other company for now. But we are open once we are, checking how the business goes, we can have our doors open for any other opportunity.
You didn't talk about costs. Do you get a percentage of what they charge? And then how do you keep tow truck drivers from gouging?
Okay, so we have right now commissions. So we charge commission from drivers. And we charge a little amount of the fee to keep our platform up and running. So from driver, we get a commission once they are done. We have 38% is in our page on the terms and condition, and the payment addendum for drivers, it is public, so you can check all the information over there. But we charge a little amount from user to use the platform and commission right from the drivers. Yes.
How do you prevent them from gouging, though? Because there's a lot of variables involved in towing. It could be 5 miles, could be 50 miles, so on and so forth.
I'm sorry?
How do you prevent them from gouging, from overcharging if they come out?
No, because right now we have a limit.
Okay.
We have a limit, and we are based on every state fees. So the fee for the state of Florida and some counties is related to the government. So we apply depending on the state. Right now we are open in New Jersey, New York, and Florida. So we have fees for for Florida is $135. So that's a flat fee, flat fare. And then after that, we charge mileage. The miles that they travel, and then we combine all the things together, and then you can get the amount. But the first amount that you can get from the app is the estimated, because we don't know how long it's going to be the miles that you will travel.
Okay.
And then we have another feature now, you are talking about that thing. If your request is more than 25 miles, you have the option to negotiate the price with the driver. So if it's going to be something like from a regular service from South Carolina to Florida, it's going to be 700, but you are short of cash. So right now, if you create a service and you put the service, how much you are allowed to pay for the service, for example, you have 500, and then driver get the request, and then they can put, okay, I can do that thing for 550, and then you agree or not. You have three opportunity to pitch them price and discuss price between that thing. After that, you're done.
On the distance, as you were saying, can you not just do GPS from one area to another?
Yes.
You'll actually have to be able to get the actual pricing. Because of distance, you'll know how many miles it is.
It depends on the state, because it's only one price for a state, based on the government. We don't.
I've got to cut this off. It's already.
The distance is based on the mileages. So, for example, depends on the pounds of the vehicle. For example, if you have a Honda Civic, it's under the 10,000 pounds. So the miles for the service is $4. If you go over the 10,000, it's going to be $6 miles, plus the fees of the state, and the fuel and tolls, because it's included in the price.
Okay, so that's good. So if you have any other questions, get with Ed afterwards. Okay, so my one recommendation, you got to cut your presentation down.
Okay.
You're supposed to do that in 6 minutes.
Okay.
Remember we talked about that? You went like almost 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. I understand.
So that's, especially if you're going to talk to people and advisors and get them out there, and allow them to see, because the longer you take, the less likely they are to want to work with you, because they're going to think you don't really know this product that well.
Okay.
Okay? So you have the slides in there to incorporate problems, and we can talk about this after, and I'll work with you on that.
For sure.
Okay?
Thank
Some
you.
more. So that's good. So what can we, as a 1 million cups community of Orlando, do to help you at this point?
So I knew about this community because I went to the small business event 3 weeks ago. Or,
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Orlandopreneur?
Yeah, no, I went to that one, but the other one, the SEBE.
Okay.
And then I talked to a guy, and then I was trying to get, because my expertise is related to IT field, but I need more people with other areas to cover our weakness in our company. So I asked them that thing, and they recommend this community because I can find a lot of expert right here who can collaborate with us and doing something big for our company. So, and this is the first one, by the way, so you provide me with the opportunity to show you how we work, and then if we have another time that I can, put it on the need that we have for our business, it would be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll take care of that. All right. Thank Ed.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Rupert.
Morning, everybody. Sorry I don't have a Orlandopreneur slide up this morning. It's been a pretty hectic week. But as usual, for the last 2 years, our monthly startup happy hour is the third Monday of the month. And we're going to be announcing that soon enough. And we have, our website is up, our Orlandopreneur.com. Just go there, check it out. And the first, we're offering subscriptions and membership subscriptions. And as a member, you still get into the events free, though we will start charging. And, but honestly, when other people are charging $25, $35 for, coming to a networking event, they don't pay for the drink. You don't have 150 people from which you could meet and create opportunities, and then a number of other things. So we like to think we're offering a good deal. We're developing our calendar right now, and just to give you an idea, the most popular, well, not that it's that well known, but the most popular calendar in the area is BizLink Orange, and between the 15 organizations that they support, they list about 80 to 85 events during the course of a month. Right now, we have 214, I believe, for the month of April, and our goal is to get to 1,000 events listed in our calendar. So if you've ever felt that, darn it, I just missed an event that I really wanted to go to, I didn't know about, we're going to help solve that problem. Okay? And so between that and a few other things, yeah. And by the way, Orlandopreneur sponsored paid for the new coffee. Was the coffee good this morning?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we sponsored the coffee makers and the carafe. So, we support any organization in the area that supports startups. Period. End of story. We don't care who you are, what you do, what your focus is. If you're supporting people that are failing at a 95% rate, we want to help them be better than that. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Rupert. Something I want to touch on too that Ed said about the insurance companies. So I didn't have AAA. I used the towing on my insurance policy. And we have a Prius, and we had a problem. There was a water pump, something or other, and we had to have the car towed 2 or 3 times till they finally figured out what the problem was. When I went to get reinsured, they declined me, told me I had too many claims. I said, what do you mean claims? Well, you've had the car towed. Yeah, I know, that's part of the policy. Well, that's a claim as far as we're considered. I mean, it was a real hassle. So yeah, something like this is fantastic to use. Good thing. So our sponsors is where we are, Tech Hub Orlando, OMG Labs, Innovate Orlando, and the UCF Incubation area. Future Funders helps us with staying here. And Donut Central and Salai Coffee provide the coffee and donuts that we get to enjoy every week. We also are sponsored by Kirkendall Insurance and Orlandopreneur, you just heard from Rupert. Driven One Digital is Tim right up here in the back. And Real Estate Detective is Mr. John Swanson back here. Stoic Dan helps provide a lot of the tools that we use for being able to keep the word out across on the internet. And then I sponsor Legal Shield Business Solutions and providing and protecting help for business owners. And then our organization committee, we saw that, but again, just let them know if you guys have any questions, come see one of us. We'll be happy to help you out, put you in a direction. Like, follow, and share on all the social media. Most of the stuff you'll find on Meetup and other things. It's always great if during events like this, if you can take pictures, post them on social media, ask your friends to share them. It gets the word out and lets people know more about us. And we meet every Wednesday here at Tech Hub Orlando at 8:30 in the morning. It's that way all across the country, 9 o'clock. I don't know if all the other chapters do, do like a networking for 30 minutes. Does USIS do a 30-minute?
They do a 1 hour.
An hour before meeting?
I'm sorry, they do a half an hour before.
Okay, a half hour too. Okay, so a half-hour networking meeting at 8:30. And then go out and connect with someone. Like I said, I've been meeting at CFS Coffee over here on Church Street, right literally through the runway here, which is great. They have this coffee called Lavender. I have a lavender latte. It's actually really unique and pretty good. And then next week, we are looking for presenters. I know we've got someone coming in, right, Eric?
Yes, I don't remember who it is.
Okay, I know we had somebody coming in next week. And so why do you want to present? Because it gives you an opportunity to attract investors, marketing and your brand awareness, like now we're familiar with what Ed does, hiring and retaining talent, networking and partnerships is always the great thing, and then practice and feedback for yourself and what you're doing, and then that helps you grow. Remember, failure is an option because it's going to happen. The more you fail, the faster you fail, the quicker you're going to succeed. So don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone because that's where success lies. Thank you all. I'll see you next week in 166 and a half hours, 9,990 minutes. or 599,400 seconds.